Have you ever encountered a doll that sent a chill down your spine? The unsettling sensation isn't just in your head. It's a psychological phenomenon known as the Uncanny Valley. This video explains why certain human-like figures, like the doll from Squid Game, evoke feelings of eeriness and discomfort. But before we start, make sure to subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon. In the world of horror and psychological thrillers, few images are as universally unsettling as a doll that appears almost human but not quite. This phenomenon, known as the Uncanny Valley, plays a significant role in why certain dolls, such as the one featured in the popular series Squid Game, can be so terrifying. In this script, we'll delve into the elements that make the Squid Game doll so frightening, exploring its design, cultural significance, and the psychological theories that explain our visceral reactions to it. The Uncanny Valley phenomenon. The term Uncanny Valley refers to the discomfort or eeriness we feel when encountering a humanoid object that closely resembles a human but has subtle differences. This concept was first introduced by Japanese roboticist Masahiro Mori in 1970. He proposed that as a robot's appearance becomes more human-like, our emotional response becomes increasingly positive and empathetic until it becomes almost human, at which point the response quickly becomes strong revulsion. However, as the robot's appearance continues to become less distinguishable from that of a human being, the emotional response becomes positive once again and approaches human-to-human empathy levels. This interval of repulsive response aroused by a robot with appearance and motion between a somewhat human and fully human entity is the Uncanny Valley effect. Dolls, especially those designed to mimic human features, often fall into this uncanny valley. Their lifelike appearance, combined with their inanimate nature, can trigger discomfort. This reaction is rooted in our evolutionary instincts, where subtle anomalies in human-like figures may signal something is amiss, leading to feelings of unease. Design elements of the Squid Game doll. In the popular series Squid Game, the doll featured in the red light, green light game stands as a striking symbol of the show's central themes. This towering, life-sized figure with exaggerated features, large, unblinking eyes, and a fixed smile, creates a stark contrast against its mechanical movements, enhancing the sense of eeriness. The doll's design intentionally amplifies the Uncanny Valley effect, making it both captivating and unsettling. Design and inspiration. The doll's design draws inspiration from characters in South Korean textbooks from the 1970s and 1980s. These characters, Cheol-soo and Young-hee, were commonly featured in educational materials, serving as representations of childhood memories. The show's creators referenced these illustrations to craft the doll's appearance, aiming to juxtapose nostalgic innocence with the horror of the deadly game. Symbolism and themes. Beyond its appearance, the doll symbolizes the dehumanizing aspects of the games in Squid Game. Its role in the deadly red light, green light game underscores themes of surveillance and control, reflecting societal issues of exploitation and the loss of individuality. The doll's unblinking gaze and fixed smile serve as a constant reminder of the ever-present surveillance, heightening the tension and fear among the participants. Cultural significance of dolls in horror. From an evolutionary perspective, humans have developed a keen ability to notice oddities in figures that resemble other people. This instinct is likely connected to our survival. Recognizing subtle differences in appearances can alert us to potential dangers. For example, dolls that look very much like humans, yet have certain small differences, can trigger this response. This phenomenon is part of what is known as the Uncanny Valley effect, which explains why we feel uneasy around items that nearly mimic human characteristics, but miss the mark just enough to appear unsettling. The Squid Game doll serves as a prime example of this effect. Its design closely mirrors that of a human child, yet it lacks life and emotion. This contrast amplifies our discomfort. The doll's almost human features combined with its cold, still nature create a strong emotional response. Many people find this doll particularly creepy. The unsettling look reminds us of our instinct to be cautious. This reaction is not just about aesthetics. It is tied to our deep-seated instincts for survival that have been shaped over countless generations. Psychological theories behind our fear of dolls. From an evolutionary perspective, humans have developed a keen ability to notice oddities in figures that resemble other people. This instinct is likely connected to our survival. Recognizing subtle differences in appearances can alert us to potential dangers. For example, dolls that look very much like humans, yet have certain small differences, can trigger this response. This phenomenon is part of what is known as the Uncanny Valley effect, which explains why we feel uneasy around items that nearly mimic human characteristics, but miss the mark just enough to appear unsettling. The Squid Game doll serves as a prime example of this effect. Its design closely mirrors that of a human child, yet it lacks life and emotion. This contrast amplifies our discomfort. The doll's almost human features combined with its cold, still nature create a strong emotional response. Many people find this doll particularly creepy. The unsettling look reminds us of our instinct to be cautious. This reaction is not just about aesthetics. It is tied to our deep-seated instincts for survival that have been shaped over countless generations. In this way, art and design can tap into powerful feelings and instincts we may not even recognize. The doll's role in Squid Game. In the popular series Squid Game, the doll featured in the red light, green light game plays a pivotal role in setting the tone for the entire competition. This doll, named Young Hee, is a large robotic figure that commands players to move during green light and to stop during red light. If any player is caught moving during red light, the doll's sensors detect the movement and the player is eliminated. This mechanism introduces a high-stakes element to the game, as players must navigate the challenge of moving swiftly while remaining perfectly still when required. The doll's design is inspired by characters from Korean school textbooks, specifically a girl named Young Hee and a boy named Chul Soo. This connection adds a layer of cultural depth to the series, linking the deadly game to a familiar childhood reference. The presence of Young Hee also underscores the power dynamics within the game. Her unwavering gaze and control over the player's fates mirror the overarching themes of surveillance and manipulation present throughout the series. The doll's ability to detect movement and respond with deadly force creates a tense and terrifying atmosphere, highlighting the high stakes of the competition. Real-world parallels. Throughout history, various cultures have shared tales of haunted or cursed dolls, often linked to paranormal activities. One of the most famous examples is Robert the Doll in Key West, Florida. This doll, originally owned by artist Robert Eugene Otto, is said to bring misfortune to those who disrespect it. Visitors to the East Martello Museum, where Robert is displayed, have reported experiencing unexplained events, such as equipment malfunctions and feelings of unease. The belief in haunted dolls taps into deep-seated fears and can have a lasting impact on individuals. Encounters with such dolls can lead to psychological distress, including anxiety and fear. The concept of haunted dolls is prevalent in various cultures, often associated with paranormal activities. For instance, the story of Robert the Doll in Key West, Florida, involves a doll that allegedly brings misfortune to those who disrespect it. In recent years, the fascination with haunted dolls has grown, with numerous museums and collections dedicated to them. For example, the Haunted Doll Museum in Maryborough, Australia, houses over 27,000 dolls, including historical pieces and self-crafted haunted dolls. The museum's location adds to the spookiness, being known for the tragic history of its original owners. The Squid Game doll exemplifies how design, cultural symbolism, and psychological theories converge to create a profoundly unsettling figure. Its lifelike appearance, combined with its role in the narrative, taps into universal fears and the Uncanny Valley effect, making it a memorable and terrifying element in the series.